Hey everyone, welcome back. Well, I wasn't going to show how to do this. I was just going to do some marbling on this rod. This is the one that I did the cork handle install. But I figured after I'd done a couple of these that it's not just a normal guide wrap, or in this case a wrap on the hook keeper. So I figured I'd go ahead and show you guys how I do a double trim band with a diamond pattern across the top of the wrap. Alright, now we got a neon green that I'm doing as the main wrap, and then I'm doing a metallic silver for the trim bands. Now we're going to do all one piece, so I'm going to pull off quite a bit. I don't care if I have quite a bit of extra. It's not fun when you run out and you're not completed on this. Alright, so that should be about enough. That's probably close to 2 foot, maybe a little more than 2 feet. Now how I like to start it, I'm trying to do all my crisscrossing aligned the same as my guide wraps. So to start this, right there is where we're going to be starting the wrap going across. So we're going to do this one the same, and we're just going to tape this metallic silver down and get a little bit smaller one. Go up just a little bit. Now I like to do this because, for one, this metallic thread is kind of a pain to work with. And now this way, you know, I'm going to be wrapping across all the way through, so this way it's going to help it lock it down really tight, and you don't have to worry about trying to tuck it up underneath. So I'm just going to kind of wrap this loosely around so it's not trying to get tangled up on me. Alright, that should stay out of her way. That way it just doesn't get tangled up. Alright, now to start this, we're just going to start this just like we would a normal wrap, a guide wrap. Make that the bottom. So I always just do 3 or 4 wraps, tape it off. I ain't gonna deal with it. And then we'll go ahead and start it. Cross over, bottom side. That's where I've been doing all of them. I'm gonna wrap this about 3 or 4 times. Oops. Oh, that was right. There we go. So I'll put 3 or 4 wraps around this, and we'll go ahead and get the tag line pulled off. Right there. it tight. Get up over that trim. Okay. Pulling it tight. And then we'll go ahead and cut it. Cut off your tag line. Leave it over here for your pull string. And like I said, we're just going to do this just as normal wrap. We'll go ahead and get this lined up. So I got the same distance on both sides here. So I need to go in just a little bit. Get everything good in line. Get a good straight edge. Got a little crooked. Okay, get this good and tight. Straight edge. Alright, we're ready to roll. And we can go ahead and pull off that. And this way, we got the trim going through right here. Got it tucked under, it's going to be underneath every bit of that. Now we're going to be stopping right at the curve of this hook keeper. We're going to be pretty close, so we'll go ahead and trim that off a little bit. So like I say, we got quite a few wraps under it. I'll just do a little trim and then we'll finish this up. Now we're going to be doing a trim band on the other side, so we're going to be stopping quite a bit short with the main thread and putting in our pull loop for our tie off. Go ahead and pack that a little bit before we get too far. Alright, that's going to be pretty good. I like to do quite a few wraps under my tie off point, about 8 to 10. So we'll go ahead and get our loop put in. Oh, it's already wanting to twist on me. Alright, and then we'll go ahead and finish it off. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, I'm only doing 6 to 7 wraps. These have been 7 wraps, so I'm going to have 7 wraps on my trim band. Now we're going to go 1. And that looks about right there, so we'll go ahead and tie this off. You want to pinch it off, which most of y'all probably already know how to do a normal wrap, so I'm not going to get into too much detail on that, especially since I'm blocking it for you. I get it to where it just pulls through. Go ahead and cut that. Close as I can there. And then we'll go ahead and pull it on through. Got a little bit that came through, pulled a little bit tighter. I usually like to go at an angle, which it helps to tie a little bit. And it doesn't usually come through if you get it close enough, but that's not going to be much to deal with anyways. It's not even going to be noticeable after we do our trim band. Alright, so now for the main reason I wanted to show you guys, we're going to go ahead and do our trim. Alright, like I said, we're going to do 7 wraps. So there's 1. Oh, boy, I done messed up, didn't I? Alright, first thing we're going to do is you're going to angle it over, and you're just going to eyeball this. And you just kind of want to have it spiral over, but you don't want it to go too much too fast. So it's kind of up to you on how much you want to angle, how many you want to have in there, and you know what your spacings are. It's, you know, this is kind of just a freehand thing, just coming up with the different designs. Right there. Now that's the same spot as my other one. Now this is where we're going to do 8 wraps, or 7 wraps, sorry. So there's 1, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, and that got us pretty close to the end there. Now we will be packing that. Alright, so now all I do is I jump over a couple and then start going back, and you're not even going to notice this, but you're just working your way back to your main thread, and then right where you stopped is where you're going to start back again. So now we're just going to start spiraling over, and all you're going to do is stay in between your line and let it spiral. And you're going to cross over, same location as your other side. In this case, it's right before I cross over the foot, and then another cross right there, and all you're doing is split in the middle of where you were at when you spiraled over from the first wrap. Another cross. And then end up right back where you started. Now, the way I've been doing it, and y'all might find a better way, but I'm only doing 7 wraps on my trim. So I'm going to go ahead, and as soon as I get back over to where I started, I can get it to go in there, I insert my pull string. And then wrap it. There's one. Now at this point, since it's not too tight just yet, you can go ahead and move it around to where you want it. Which that one, okay, now we got one wrap. There's two wraps. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm sorry, my fingers are in the way. Now we're just going to tie it off just like the other wraps. Just as it tucks, go ahead and cut it off. Now I don't pull really hard on it because of this metallic will start causing problems when you go to pulling it. Starts trying to separate on you, and I just kind of keep a really good tension to it, I guess you'd say. And it seems to be okay. I haven't had any issues out of it. It does, since I don't have much, it does have a little bit, excuse me, a little bit pop out on me because I just don't have much to tuck under. And I just kind of trim it up the best I can. I know you're not supposed to, but I also hit it. Even this metallic, I haven't had any issues out of it. And I know some of y'all are going to say this is crazy, you're going to ruin it. But I just put the heat under it, and if I can get it started, and you'll see it suck up and disappear. Now it will leave a little bit of knot, but you just kind of take your nail and run across it, and it's gone. Then go through and go ahead and pack it. And you're done. And there's what you get. Alright, well, I hope that helped you out a little bit, give you something different to do, and maybe a little trick. And if there's any tricks that you can think of that might help me out to make it go a little smoother for me, just let me know. And hopefully this helped you out, and if it did, give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. I really would appreciate it. Like I always say, have fun and go catch the fish. Thanks, guys.